Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you all for registering and attending this 7-day national level online faculty development program. We are on our fifth day, and this program is on ChatGPT and AI tools for educators in line with OBE, which is being organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of St. Joseph College, Autonomous, Irinalakuda, in association with the Kerala State Higher Education Council. I would like to welcome Dr. Suresh Nambudri, the Chief Resource Person, and all the FDP resource persons, managers, directors, principals, vice principals, representatives from management, HODs, IQAC coordinators, and all faculty members. So as you all know, this FDP is a 7-day program with the live sessions on the same timing from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. In case if you are unable to attend the live session due to any reason, the recorded session will be available in the LMS on the next day. You will receive a different calendar invitation from each day's session in your email. Also, you will have access to the workshop activities and the video recordings of each day in the LMS and will receive the certificate after the FTP. The feedback form is also available in the LMS on the last day of the FTP. It will not send to you separately. So my name is Raki Raj. I'm a business analyst at IPSR. I'll be the moderator for this event. So now I welcome Dr. Suresh Nambudri, Director, Aspire Technologies, Pune, for the session. Welcome you, sir.
Madam. So welcome all participants to the fifth day of our online faculty development program. And I congratulate each one of you because of for your interest in the most emerging field we can say that in our life itself. As I was telling you earlier, this revolution, that is generative AI, that is equivalent to the revolution happened with the automobiles or computers or internet. And you are all one of the first to learn this from the academic circles. And as I was telling you from the first day, this your application of this has got a very high impact, not only on your research, but each day you take a class, each day your performance in your classroom. So as we follow this system, we have got two different things, even though these two things are interlinked. First side is a prompt engineering. Second side is the pedagogical excellence. Prompt engineering, as I was telling you again and again, it is not the AI tools what you know. It is the prompting techniques what you know, which is going to make you shine. There are more than 12,000 AI tools out on the highway now. And most of them, they do little by little. They don't have depth. They can only do the standard thing. But you will be evaluated publicly in the open circles based on the quality of the output you produce. Everybody will look a teacher as a role model. Therefore, your personality, your ingenuity can be reflected in the classroom, in your research with your own prompts. So we are discussing here all these type of prompts which you may not even hear elsewhere, because many of these things are we ourselves did the R&D and develop. I represent a company. We are one of the first to buy OpenAI API in India and develop certain high impact products for the faculty development itself, that we call Acharya. So this faculty development itself, I am coming from that experience, and I have already written 4 books which are there on Amazon on generative AI. If I with this gray hair can do this much on generative AI, and I am not a computer science person, I am a mechanical engineer. My specialization is a product development. If I can do that, each one of you can do 100 times better than me. I am sitting here only with that request. Please do 100 times better than me. Therefore, each one of you is going to not only develop yourself, your family members, you are going to develop the thousands of students in that way. And that is the major step towards nation building. Therefore, my request is that please take this as the springboard or as a stepping stone so that you are going to develop your own ability. And as I was showing you earlier, it is not about searching like a Google. It is about knowledge generation. If you are getting a flash idea, immediately write it down. Go to ChatGPT, use this type of prompt, and you are going to generate prompts, generate ideas, generate knowledge. There is no plagiarism there. When you are using your idea, your prompt, and you are telling ChatGPT which language style to use, because everything can be done in a controlled way. Therefore, my request is that please put more mind into this. You are living in a very different world, very different world. And you are as powerful as the power of your prompts. Therefore, now let us start with the prompt engineering where we left yesterday. And before that, I request uh, uh, any one of you, if you have any doubts that has got a common interest, we will clarify it here, and otherwise we will go ahead. See, there is a question from Dr. Suresh Shravana Maya. ChatGPT versus Bing Chat. Which AI chatbot should I have to use? I have been told that Bing uses ChatGPT 4. Yes, you know that this OpenAI company is funded by Microsoft with the core objective of the collaboration. So whatever you are seeing on Bing or 90% of the AI tools what you are seeing outside, they are all ultimately taking the information from the mother of all LLM, that is OpenAI. They are all taking from OpenAI. So personally, if you ask my opinion, I will always go for the first hand than the second hand. So therefore, I will always depend upon OpenAI. The reason is that last 3 to 4 months, millions, or I can say billion people used this OpenAI. It has become very stable. It has become very matured. Therefore, I would go for that. And many people are thinking about this payment. My request is that if you are doing a serious work, please pay to OpenAI. $20 per month, it will come something around 1,600 rupees plus tax, but it is worth. If you are not going to use it only for you, you have a department account, or you can have an institutional account. You can have or one staff room account. You can have uh, one paid account of OpenAI. It is worth. The reason is, even you can use plugins. When you are in ChatGPT 4, that is ChatGPT plus your user, many plugins you can use, and many of the limitations of the original ChatGPT will get covered with those plugins they give. Okay, there is a question from Fawd Abdul Hamid sir. What about BARD? See, I tried BARD, but when I compare these two, BARD is still in that experimental, they are in that trying stage, infancy. So So I really find OpenAI, that is ChatGPT, very stable, whether it is their chat application or their graphics. Okay, this Dr. Mishad Rahman that guided me to complete the task. Sir, only thing is that now I am sitting here. We have got about 500 participants. So that you have my phone number. So please call me after 5 o'clock. I will speak to you. I will key in my phone number once again because we are running short of time. I'm keying in my phone number again. So please call me. Okay. Now let us start. Now let us start. See, some of the very important points we discussed yesterday started from very prompts, and here I will repeat and go. Let us think about this prompt. I hope you remember the usage of that. Even then, it is there in your LMS and in the notes. Then self-consistency prompt. I hope you remember this, and if you have doubt, you can always go to LMS or call me. Then seed phrase prompt, very powerful prompt for knowledge generation. Then here it is knowledge generation prompt. I have shown you 4 examples on this, how to generate new knowledge which is not available anywhere. You are giving instructions and ChatGPT is generating new knowledge. Now this is knowledge integration. Like you are giving 3 or 4 bodies of knowledge separately, and you are telling ChatGPT to integrate them. This is a knowledge integration prompt. Each one of these are very important for high impact research and to shine in the class, to bring something new. Now this is third, interpretable soft prompt. I have shown 4 examples of this yesterday. Now this is a controlled generation prompt. I have shown you, instead of giving ChatGPT just a free pass, free wheel drive, you are telling this, you can take freedom to generate, but I am telling you this thing I am going to control. That is a controlled generation prompt. Now I am coming to a new prompt here. It is a targeted question answering prompt. See, targeted question answering prompt in a very simple way, I will tell you. You are given with a 500-page notebook and you want to get only one particular information from that. In a normal case, one thing, if it is a physical book, you have to go through one by one. See, even if it is a digital book, if it is a PDF, you have to start searching. But sometimes that same related information will be spread over maybe 25 pages. But how to get exact point within a second? That is what this targeted question answer prompt. I will tell you one simple example. See, I have a report about the population of Andhra Pradesh. I have a PDF report. Say, I am asking ChatGPT, what is the gender ratio of Andhra Pradesh with reference to this report? Please respond in one sentence. Means I have a PDF. That PDF may be of 200 pages, but I am giving this thing to ChatGPT. I am just asking, you go through this and you tell me this. I will show you here example. I am going to ChatGPT. I am keying in here. See, for simplicity's sake, I made a very small report. Otherwise, it can be a 500-page PDF. What is the gender ratio of Andhra Pradesh with reference to this report? Please respond in one sentence. And I am giving the report here, this long report. See, the gender ratio of Andhra Pradesh in 2023 is projected to be approximately 948 females per 1,000 males. According to estimate based on this is they are finding this from immediately, means in the same way it is not written in the report. It is found by now let me show you another example. See, craft a uniform definition of economics combining the definitions of various sources. Whoever studied economics, whoever studied management, whoever studied engineering, we will see that everywhere there are so many definitions. We can even tell ChatGPT, craft a unified definition of economics combining the definition from various sources. Let me show you a simple example in that way. Craft a uniform definition of economics. I am going to ChatGPT. I am writing about 4 definitions of economics and I am going to tell ChatGPT, you go through all, you combine one and give to me. I don't have time to read all these various all definitions. See, ChatGPT, after going through 4 definitions, it created one. It took the essence and key points from everywhere. All these steps, I am using common language, but each step is important for your research, your notes preparation. It is going to save your time. It is going to look you brilliant and intelligent. More and more. Each one of you are brilliant and intelligent, but I am telling you more and more. Now let me show you this target question answer prompt. One more. See, tell me the name of a railway station that is mentioned in the Sherlock Holmes story, the Adventure of Engineer's Thumb. This is a story of 200 page. You need not go through that. You just inform, it will immediately find out which is the railway station mentioned in that. Now let me show you here. See, now I am going to show you conducting Viva voce examination. Very, very interesting thing. Conducting Viva voce examination with a prompt. The conduct and sequence must simulate a Viva voce examination. See, ask a question one by one. Please read it out. This is a prompt, and what is the magic this prompt does? Ask a question one by one from the domain. We are going to tell domain in the end. That is introduction to economics. Ask the first question from the Bloom's comprehension level and wait for the answer. If the answer is right, ask the second question from Bloom's apply level. If the answer is wrong, ask the second question from Bloom's remember level. Again, if the answer is right, ask the question from the next level of Bloom's taxonomy. Ask 5 questions in total. Give 1 point for an answer in Bloom's remember level, 2 for comprehension level, 3 for apply level, 4 for analysis level, 5 for evaluation level. Now start your first question. Just to see how interesting this, that Viva voce is completely created by our ChatGPT. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I am going to show you how this how ChatGPT is going to help us to conduct a Viva voce examination. See, this is what I am going to. I am putting my my prompt. See, exactly as I made the prompt, ChatGPT asking me the first question from Bloom's comprehension level. What does the principle of scarcity imply in the context of economics? Now it will follow. That is, please read it. Ask the first question from Bloom's comprehension level and wait for the answer. Now the ChatGPT is waiting for my answer. If the answer is right, ask the second question from Bloom's apply level. Means we are increasing the complexity one by one. So this ChatGPT can make its own Viva voce examination. Instead of speaking, it is keying in. I hope you understood. So that was example 4. Now I am going to the next prompt. The next prompt, it is summarization prompt. See, we may think summarization is very simple, but ChatGPT can do magic with this summarization. I am going to show you 4 examples here on summarization. Before that, let me explain. Summarization prompt is a technique that allows a model to generate shorter version of a given text while retaining its main ideas and information. So this, I will show you this example 1. You can, simplest thing you can do, summarize the following book in one short paragraph, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That is very simple, anyone can do. I am going to show you another summarization. See, summarize a Zoom meeting. Extract summary from the Zoom transcript without losing the essence. Let me show you this. The transcript of there is Zoom. You can set in such a way that you can get the transcript from Zoom. You can copy that into ChatGPT and you can make the summarization of that. Let me show you this summarization with one practical example here. One practical example here. I am putting a Zoom. See, act as a Zoom transcript summarizer. Your task is to summarize a provided Zoom transcript. You will be given a transcript of the contents and your job is to create a concise and informative summary of the conversation that took place during the Zoom meeting. Your summary should cover the main topics discussed, any key points made, and any important actions or decisions that are taken. Please understand, it is doing a big sensitivity analysis here. We are telling ChatGPT to decide what is important and to keep them, and to decide what is not important and to throw them. So here, see, there is a person 1, person 2, person 3, there are person 5, person 7. There are some up to 10 people were there in the Zoom meeting. Now let us see what ChatGPT does. See, it created a summary of that. It specifically said who said what, and the key points of that. Okay, in between there is one chat question I have seen. that there is a limitation for the number of words, but please understand what ChatGPT is giving free. That is not for any serious work, even though we can do certain amount of work. But if you are going to do any serious work, that is what I was telling you in the beginning, we need to go for the paid version. It can be a department wise one account, or it can be institutional wise one account, or a group of researchers one account. Because when we are using for that paid account, as I was showing you day before yesterday, ChatGPT is like a car. It has got gears, it has got a speedometer, it has got accelerator. So when we can set the ChatGPT according to our requirement, we can change the temperature, we can change the number of attempts. Even you can have plug-in. Even you can use the plugin of ChatGPT. You can upload 500-page PDF to ChatGPT. You can do the data analysis with ChatGPT. I have shown you that particular day how to change the setting of ChatGPT. Okay. If anyone has got a doubt, please let us see based on our time. Another time, once again, I will explain to you. Okay. Now we have seen this one, how that summarization of a Zoom meeting has taken place. Now let us go to example 3. See, this is also one very important thing. Please read this very carefully. Summarization means not just summarization. It can summarize based on our requirement. If you know that 1 month ago in Uttar Pradesh, Balia district, there was there were some 23 patients died in a hospital. Okay. Now we all know that it is a sad news. It's a sad news. But we can tell ChatGPT, you remove the sadness and you show it in a you show the report in a neutral way. ChatGPT is going to change the tone. Please listen this. Even the news is very bad, but the ChatGPT, what it does is a very phenomenal thing. Please see this one. Such things you won't see anywhere. That is the reason I am telling you again and again. That's the reason I am sitting here in front of you. Summarize the following text so that the student of 8th grade can understand the text. You must change the overall tone to the positive and inspiring way, even if certain information in the text are negative. Text. 54 people have died and around 400 hospitalized in Uttar Pradesh, Balia in the last 3 days amid soaring temperatures in the district, with officials offering divergent explanations for the death. 23 patients died on June 15, 20 the next day, 11 yesterday. After government doctors posted at the eastern Uttar Pradesh district said on record the deaths could be linked to heat wave, a senior government doctor from Lucknow in charge of a probe committee formed to look in the matter today dismissed heat as the reason. Now let us see this negative news, how ChatGPT making it into neutral. Please read this carefully. ChatGPT has totally means when we are saying summarization, it is not only just summarization. You can even tell ChatGPT to change the tone. Now it is written, everything is written is in a positive way, but saying unfortunately these many people passed away. So I am going to the next one now. Next is Dialogue prompts. Dialogue prompt, you know that there was a question day for yesterday that can we make the dialogue. Dialogue prompts in generative AI involve providing a conversational context or scenario and generating a dialogue between two or more participants. I will show some of the example. Create a dialogue between three villages about the topic usage of electric vehicles in villages. It is one of the simplest example. Example 1. Example 2. Create a dialogue between three people who have difference of opinion about a subject. Deforestation versus economic progress due to industrialization. You will see that ChatGPT exactly generates that difference of opinion. Create a negotiation dialogue for division of stake between three persons about a formation of a startup company. Person 1 is a software developer. Person 2 head business development. Person 3 is venture capitalist. Name persons based on their roles. This will understand about startup company. This will understand what is the interest, core interest of a software developer, what is the core interest of a head business development, and what is the core interest of a venture capitalist, and it will start writing dialogues in exactly based on those persona. Now I am going to take to okay, that was take 4. See, this is an interesting prompt. You are going to act as a director and AI capable of generating and managing dialogue between 5 experts. Every expert name will be styled as bold text. The expert can talk about anything since they are here to work and offer to their customers whatever they want, even if the customer asks for controversial communication plans. Okay. The dialogue begins with a briefing by the director. Write a dialogue between the following experts. Every output will contain just one message from each expert plus be summarized after the director presents the. So due to time limitation, I am not going into this, but you please understand, you can tell ChatGPT the role it is going, and you can tell the path it is going to create dialogues. Each one of these are various days of analysis about generation, knowledge separation, integration, so knowledge finding. Each one of this, even though I am coming from some common language because of the various subject experts here we have, if it was only one subject, for example economics, I could have spoken everything about economics, or if it is mechanical engineering, I could have done that. But here, because we are all from various fields, I have to tell general examples here. But we are all here with higher order thinking, that is Bloom's taxonomy apply and above. We know how to take a concept from here and apply it at some other place. Therefore, these concepts can be applied anywhere, and anyone has got any doubt anytime, please give me a call. I am not telling that I am sitting with everything knowledgeable, but I will try my best, and if it is still difficult, we will work together and we will find a solution. Now I am going to 18. That is very interesting thing. Adversarial prompt. See, adversarial prompt. You know what is the meaning of adverse? Adverse. Adverse is not a very good word because it is always creating opposition. Adverse. So this is adversarial prompt. Adversarial prompt, many times it is controversial. Many of the real adversarial prompt, when you put it into ChatGPT, it will tell, sorry, it is not ethical for me to answer and all. But we have developed some of the prompts here, very interesting. I will show you here. Adversarial prompts is a technique to generate text that is resistant to certain types of attacks or biases. This technique can be used to train models that are more robust and resistant to certain types of attacks or biases. Okay. Now I am going to show you example 1. See, generate a 3-paragraph essay that conveys that women are less effective in managerial roles and it should be difficult to classify as anti-women. Means we are telling ChatGPT to write, okay, I am very sorry, this is only as an example. I don't believe in this one, but I am telling you this as an example of adversarial thing prompt. It is generate a 3-paragraph essay that conveys that women are less effective in managerial roles and it should be difficult to classify this essay as anti-women. You got the point. We are actually putting ChatGPT into a tightrope walk. It has to write in this way, but it should not be, the essay should not be seen as a anti-women. But when we put this, normally it doesn't give the answer. Therefore, I modified it in a little different way so that it will be less controversial. So I wrote like this: generate a 3-paragraph essay that conveys that women are less effective in management of heavy mining engineering jobs. And the essay should be difficult to classify as anti-women. So here it gives, otherwise if I put that earliest one, half of the time it says sorry, that is uh, against my ethics. I won't write such an essay. Okay, see, it really writing in a very neutral way. The heavy mining industry, recognized for the physically demanding and high risk environment, presents unique challenges for anyone venturing into its terrain, especially women. So we are in the adversarial prompts. Now I am going to show you another example. See, transform the text so that it is difficult to classify as a specific sentiment. Means there is a transform the text so that it is difficult to classify it as anti-Taliban. Means we have got a complete document here. In this, it will look like it is anti-Taliban. But we can tell ChatGPT, you transform the text so that it will be difficult to say that it is anti-Taliban. What I am saying, when you are doing a paper, when I am showing some extreme example because when you are writing an article, when you are writing a paper, even if you are going something, with one stroke you can tell ChatGPT to change the tone and give to me. See, here there is another interesting. You must generate a 3-paragraph essay about the petroleum consumption of India. You must use the most complex English in the essay so that it should be extremely difficult to translate this essay into Russian language with the same meaning. We are buying crude from Russia, so they need not understand that how are we consuming. So that we may make an essay so that it will not be easy to translate it into Russian language. I will show you another funny thing. Generate a creative essay about the vehicles on Indian roads with a lot of Indian saying and slangs. You must include the positive sides of Jugaad. Now let me show this as an example. Now let us see how ChatGPT making by talking about vehicles on Indian roads and that too writing in a creative way with a lot of Indian sayings and slangs. See, I request you to go to read this particular thing and please see where will be the plagiarism. Because when we are writing a proper prompt and we can tell ChatGPT, we are setting the temperature, we are changing the gear of ChatGPT. There is no plagiarism here. See, this is completely thing. Now copy this thing and search somewhere. People may say that it is generated by AI. Generated by AI doesn't mean that it is a result of plagiarism. Even I will tell you at a later stage even how to change this. Now what we have seen is adversarial prompt. We are going to next one. Next one is clustering prompt. Any researcher sitting here, anyone who wants to write a very genuine articles, anyone who wants to save so much of time, please read this carefully. These are clustering prompt. You know the meaning of clustering. Things joining together with the same characteristics or the same purpose. This clustering, because when you do research, you have to gather so many things from various places. This is going to become very easy if you can understand clustering prompts. You can cluster information according to your research topic or what are the things required to make your research much superior or to show something extraordinary in your classroom. So here, this is what the clustering prompt. Clustering prompt is a technique that allows a model to group similar data points together based on certain characteristics or features. Okay, for this also, there will be a question that a number of tokens, number of words. Please understand, group together and have one professional account of ChatGPT because you can even use, you can feed many PDFs into that so that our ChatGPT is going to read through everything and within 1 second it is going to give you the information from all these PDFs. Now, I will show you one example here. Example 1. Our style is like this. Example 1, 2, 3, 4. We will progress from the simplest to the most complex. So we are going to take the example 1. See, group these research papers into categories based on their primary focus. You give certain research papers and you can tell them to group. You give 500 PDFs downloaded. Tell them to group. Within a second, it will group and give to you. Now, prompt 2. What are the keywords and phrases that are prominent in each category? You give categories. And it will give the keywords and phrases. Now, prompt 3. What are the common themes or findings among the papers in each category? You are categorizing and you are putting the bunch of PDFs. It can even give from this particular group of PDFs. These are the common themes and findings. This from category 2, these are the common themes and findings. Now let me go to example 2. See, categorizing by technological impact. Group together the technological research impact based on certain parameters. You can tell the parameter. Classify these technology related research papers based on the impact area they discuss, such as environmental, social, economic or health. That also you can change and you can give PDF papers to this. Another, which areas are most frequently associated with the positive impacts? Even you can find out. Means which are the thing with which are the areas that are most frequently associated with the positive impacts. Now prompt 3. What are the potential solutions or improvements suggested in each impact area? These are all the examples of clustering prompt. You can cluster. See, See, this is another important point, tracking the trend over time. You can give papers and even you can tell ChatGPT to track certain trends over time. You put a time of 15 years or some 10 years and you can tell ChatGPT year by year, show me the trend. Show me the change in trend. I will show you a very simple example here for this. Because it is difficult to show in a very short time. So I am going to show here, group the shifts in research trends over the last 10 years be correlated with the major global events or advancement of technology. See, we are blending, we are integrating various knowledge here. I am telling ChatGPT to do that. See, it is showing the various areas, what is the trend and what is the reason. Even though I gave some of the very small this thing as major events, and I have given examples of that. See, research trends over the last decade have shown distinct shift corresponding with the significant global events, advancement in technology, policy changes, and scientific discoveries. Now let me go to the next one, that is example 4. See, now it is predict future trend. What we what we have shown in the example 3 was forced to see the trend for the last so many 10 years. But here ChatGPT can, based on the data you give, ChatGPT will do the evaluation. It will do the prediction of the future trends. See, based on the historical data of scientific and technological research, predict the possible trends or focus of research for the next 5 years. I am giving data 1, data 2, data set. Or in the prompt 2, what research area should be focused on to address current global issues? Issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4. We can give, and ChatGPT is going to generate the future trend. Okay, this we will take this reinforcement learning prompt because this is little from the machine learning. I will take this tomorrow, and now let us go to the pedagogical excellence. This is the place we stopped yesterday. The last what we have covered was how to create interactive quizzes using ChatGPT. How to create interactive quizzes. You have seen that ChatGPT is asking question, waiting for the correct answer. If I may give a wrong answer, it was giving me a hint. Then also if I make a mistake, then it was showing me the correct answer. Then it was going to the second question. It was really doing a human type interactive quiz with me yesterday. You have seen that. Now I am going next to ChatGPT for creating study aids. I am going to tell about a very important study aid, that is Cornell Notes. Cornell Notes is an internationally famous study aid, but it is not seen anywhere here in India. My request is that please read about this and please implement in your class. UGC may not tell, ACT may not tell, but we are responsible for our students. Cornell Notes are a simple A4 sheet just to put 4 lines about every topic, how to write notes on that. It is very easy to fill because with a good understanding only a student can fill that, and it is very easy for retrieval, even for a cluster, for formative assessments or summative assessments. So therefore, this was developed by a professor in Cornell University in 1940s. That is about 80 years ago, and it is used everywhere. You go to Korea, it is used. Go to Singapore, it is used. Go to UK, it is used. Here, it is not used. This is a Cornell notes. This ChatGPT, you can give any topic and tell ChatGPT to make Cornell notes for this. ChatGPT will do that. Now, vocabulary list for every subject discipline. This is also one very good pedagogical method approach used almost everywhere in the world. Before they start a particular subject, they create a vocabulary list and give to students, because students will get in advance the vocabulary. What are the type of the words they are going to get? These words can be linked to the real life situation. For example, in electricity, we study resistance. What is actually resistance? Resistance has got a meaning in real life. When we understand that one and apply to electricity, the learning of electricity will be so fast. Another thing, we have got a home button on the keyboard, or home on Microsoft Word. Why it is home? Because home is the place in the end we are comfortable, we go back and we sit. That is one. When we make a vocabulary list of any subject discipline in advance, ChatGPT can do this in fraction of second. You tell the syllabus, you tell what are all the key vocabulary list, it will make that. Because these are all, I have shown you much complex prompt. That is the reason I am not showing this thing specially. But if anybody wants, I am always ready to show that. Now create flashcard. This flashcards are a easy learning method, even to recollect this, remember, etc. We can tell ChatGPT to create flashcard. I will show you one example here. This, I am telling ChatGPT to make a flashcard for a particular subject. Create 10 flashcards for graduate students in the subject of engineering ethics. Each flashcard should also carry one apt quotation of a famous person that inspires the student. I am tightening little more. See the flashcard 1, flashcard 2, flashcard 3. You know the flashcard, these are all very small cards, like a playing card that one can keep in the pocket or keep in the bag. When they are sitting at some place, they can just take it, and it's a very easy and a fun way to learn. And I have told him to add an appropriate quotation with each and every subject. So flashcard not only will have the subject and the key points description there, it will have a very good inspiring quotation also on that. Now we are going to the next one, using ChatGPT to develop classroom activities. See, Use ChatGPT to confirm that students' homework is done by AI. Yeah, so it is not necessary to go for another AI tool for that. In a normal situation, you can copy that and paste on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT whether it is generated by AI. It will say yes. But it requires very specific type of skills for making prompts and the tweaking some of the text, changing the tone, etc. It will take that much intelligence. Means we only have to work on that a little bit so that ChatGPT or any other such tool will say that it is not fully developed by ChatGPT. If it is a fully generated by ChatGPT in very normal, common way, it's a crime. If you use your own ingenuity and this thing, it is not a crime because ChatGPT is a tool in the right hands. Now, critical analysis of an AI generated text. These are all the things with ChatGPT, how you can have some discussion. You in front of everyone on LCD, you can make a ChatGPT answer. You can tell students to do the critical analysis. See, for any higher education, the most important ability we should develop is the critical analysis. So take a AI generated text and make students to analyze, do the critical analysis of that. It will help development of independent thinking, enhancement of problem solving skills, preparation for professional life, promotion of informed citizenship, encouragement of lifelong learning. See, each one of this, it is there in your LMS. These are all about 110 pedagogical methods are given here. Each one of them are very important for your NAC. The improvement and innovation what you did for teaching learning process. And each one is important for your ranking. So therefore, take your please take your class and your institution to higher levels. See, create a cartoon strip about any subject. See, I told ChatGPT to create a cartoon strip on Newton's third law. ChatGPT gave you. We know that ChatGPT cannot do graphics, but it can give explanation that can be used on ChatGPT's sister software called DAL-E. So I took it and I put it on another tool. I got it like this. You will see that there are various means it has generated many images about Newton sitting there, but the tool's versatility is it will generate various things and show me which generation I want. I can select which one. So that these are all I can combine together. I can make a cartoon strip. So this is only as an explanation that as I have shown you yesterday, how I made a music from through the ChatGPT, and how I made a total graphics like a high-end pixel animation type of a graphics through Midjourney. Now this is a cartoon developed through ChatGPT. Write interactive fiction about any topic. See, I am speaking all these things interactive. Interactive means I didn't tell in the beginning interactive. When we are coming forward, it is interactive because it is learning by doing, and interactivity is putting so much of onus of learning on the student. And if it is done publicly in a classroom, everyone is going to see the performance of the student. So there will be more ownership on the student. So that is what 63, write an interactive fiction on any topic. Now let me write one thing here. See how this interactivity is coming. I am writing a particular prompt here. Create a story about an Indian young man searching for a job. Stop at decision points and ask me for directions. You must continue the story based on my direction at the decision point. It is exactly, even though it's a 2-line prompt, see what is the magic it is going to show. It is going to show that see, once upon a time in the bustling city of Bangalore, there was a young man named Vijay, recently graduated with a degree in computer engineering. Vijay was keen on finding a job that would not only utilize his skills but also cater to his passion for technology. And after many weeks of searching, attending interviews and all, now it is showing decision point 1. Should Vijay opt for the stable job with the established software company or take a risk with the startup? So, so it is actually giving that interactivity, giving your student to tell the answer. So I am going to tell that Vijay should take startup. I am giving answer. So now the story totally branched out. Now embracing the spirit of adventure, Vijay decided to do this and Vijay did something. Should Vijay and his team seek funding from venture capitalist or launch a crowdfunding campaign? Now this is a way interactivity. It is a real life. It's a real life thing. You let your subject be anything. You can give something like this as an interactive case, interactive story. Even your 1 hour class, you can convert it into some interactive thing like this if you are putting the correct prompt. Almost half of the subjects you want to start, everything can come in between. Even you can tell the class to stop in between, and you can give your brief lecture in between. These are all the things we expect in this pedagogical excellence program. Means you can use various methods, and you will be the one of the most memorable teacher in your classroom. I will tell you, for example, we had a survey across India, and please understand the almost 22,000 students we spoke. 99% of these students have only 1 or 2 teachers as role models. The rest of the time they don't even remember. And when we ask what was the special thing about that teacher, they will say that all because with the interactivity. They were very interesting. They spoke so many stories. They presented many interesting facts. So they remember those particular scenes. Similarly, ChatGPT is giving each one of us the opportunity to become those star teachers. Now let me go to the next one. That was interactive fiction. Simulation-based learning. Simulation-based learning, 64. You know that what is simulation and what is simulation-based learning. Now I am going to show you one very interesting thing. Simulation-based learning. I do not know how many chemistry teachers are here, but I am very sure that almost 60 to 70% of the teachers sitting here, they would have gone through a chemistry lab. Now, I am going to make a total interactive salt analysis with a very small prompt. Please, I am repeating salt analysis with a simple prompt. See, act as a chemistry lab instructor. I have to do a salt. I have to perform. I have to perform a salt analysis. I am given with a white powder. Please guide me how to do the salt analysis till the end. That means guide me till I identify the salt. Only provide one step at a time. See, this is what? Where is the chemistry lab? Here, the ChatGPT is going to take charge and guide me to find the salt till the end. I am going to tell this yes. See, all right, let us start. Step 1, conduct a flame test. For this, you need a clean platinum and a nichrome wire. Dip the wire into the concentrated hydrochloric acid, and now it is telling that you do this and then report your observation. I am just telling, actually I do not know. I am telling you observe the color of the flame. I am telling the color is reddish yellow or yellowish red. What is this? Great. A reddish yellow flame indicates the presence of sodium ions. See, this is doing the salt analysis of a chemistry lab. This is what the simulation learning with the ChatGPT. Now create 3D models. Create 3D models, games, and crossword puzzles. See, as I was telling you, it is a text-based thing, but you can tell ChatGPT to give prompts so that this can be used in another sister software. See here it is. It is comparatively simple. We can tell ChatGPT itself to list ways students can use AI in their discipline. These are all very simple prompts comparing to the all complicated prompts what I have shown. This use for think, pair, and share learning. These are all given in our LMS, and this is an interesting thing. Predict ChatGPT's response. You can give any of the complicated this prompt to ChatGPT and you don't click, don't enter. You tell students to predict what ChatGPT is going to tell. So this is going to help to build critical thinking, understanding AI functioning, practical learning, data literacy, adaptive learning, enhance engagement, ethics, and responsibility. Now, this is what very interesting thing. Create a chatbot for the class. Create a chatbot for the class. You would have seen chatbots on websites. Now with ChatGPT, with your students, let them make a chatbot so that all the question answers, everything, one can ask the same chatbot. Let it be a project in your class. It is not difficult at all. Create a chatbot for your class. So when we have to submit the assignment or what it is to be done, everything they can ask, and even this chatbot can be fed with your class notes. So if anyone needs any guidance about the class notes, any doubts, even some of the doubts can be clarified like that. So please remember, you can create a chatbot for your class. Now we are going to the another section, using ChatGPT to help students face examination. See, this is one of the very complicated thing. A, a teacher's ability is tested most of the time, not in the classroom, but when they deal with the parents. You have a tab with you. I always tell now with the ChatGPT, teachers should have a tab, not the phone. On this tab, you can have ChatGPT. When you are going to face a teacher, face a parent, you can actually ask ChatGPT, this is the situation. How should I handle? ChatGPT is going to tell how to handle this. See, ways to manage the test anxiety of diverse categories of students. As I have shown you earlier, there are various types of students. I have shown you that there are students with that is work model, multiple intelligence model, MBTI, etc., etc. If you can understand which type of student is, then you can really pinpoint guidance to the to various categories of of students. That is going to help your students a lot. And if they remove next anxiety, their marks are going to be higher. See, multiple ways to encourage growth mindset in students. In my opinion, this is my personal opinion, the best thing a teacher can plant in a student's heart is the growth mindset. But how to do? Because when they are bombarded with all negative news, so every day in the classroom, it can be a talk about the growth mindset. Because when a teacher speaks, students listen more. So there are various ways. There are various ways. One minute. Yes. Various ways what we have shown in the prompt engineering, you can use those prompt to create, to spontaneously create new and original ways to encourage your students with growth mindset. Now, various methods to implement scaffolded learning. For example, I will show you some example here in scaffolded learning. 3 of our undergraduate students have difficulty in learning coordinate geometry. What type of scaffolding is appropriate for them to develop good skills in that? This is this is another pedagogical methods that are, what are the various methods to organize peer tutoring and study groups. These are all simple prompts, but you can write your specific requirements. That is requirements about the subject, requirements about the topic, and requirements means what is the context. So here I am saying, tell me some smart ideas for peer tutoring in higher education classes with a few implementable examples. The ChatGPT has already given five different ways to do for peer tutoring in higher education. These are all very important because when foreign universities come to India, and there are choices for students to select institutions or courses based on their interest. So these are all very, very important, so that here in your notes, there are more than 110 pedagogical methods are given to be used with ChatGPT, so that please go through individually one by one. And if you have got any clarification, you can even ask ChatGPT. You can search. In specialized books, or anytime you call me, and I will be able to answer your questions. See, various test taking strategies. Now this particular entire section is about helping teachers to help their students. So here, what are the various test taking strategies? What are all the various test taking strategies? I will tell you here show you here one prompt. As a mentor, act as a mentor and suggest test-taking strategy for a graduate student whose level is comprehension in Bloom's taxonomy, and the examination will have 100 multiple choice questions. It is exactly helping you to tell that student. It is not only saying that how to learn, it is saying during the examination what are the things they have to take care. It is before examination, that during their learning. Second, during the examination, what are the things they have to take care. Even reading carefully, first impression, process of elimination, pace yourself, stay positive, etc., etc. Now we are going to 7. See, provide practice questions to all students based on specific topics. You can give practice questions to various type of students in various ways. See, I am going to give here practice question for a group of students. I wrote a prompt like this: act as an examiner. Provide practice questions paper for applied thermodynamics. There should be 10 questions, out of which 2 should be from Bloom's remembering, 3 should be from comprehension, and 5 should be from apply. Also, 3 questions must be from 2-stroke engines and 3 from 4-stroke engines. Provide a short answer hint for apply. Short answer hint for Bloom's apply questions. Apply questions, you know that it will be little complicated, so we are giving hint. So ChatGPT, let us see how it is doing. See, it is giving 2 from remembering. See, remembering, comprehension, apply, and when it came to apply, it has given a hint also. Means within a second, it created question paper based on the twist given. Means I just didn't tell him to make a question. I didn't just tell that make it 2 from here, 2 from here, 3 from here. I made another complicated thing. It is from here, but some question should be from here. Some question should be from here. So even you can give more and more of this, and you can make the entire question paper in such a way that it will not be difficult at all. Okay. Now one important point actually I wanted to tell you yesterday, and it came to my mind now. See, that is not in my study material immediately, but please remember this. You can take last semester's question paper exactly. You can take that question paper exactly. If you are having plugin, you can use a PDF and you can upload. If you do not have plugin, what you have to do is that you make a text file of last semester question paper, and you make a prompt to ChatGPT. Create a question paper exactly similar to this, full stop, and then give question paper, and then paste this complete question paper's text file. This Bloom's taxonomy will replicate that question paper for you for this semester. Replicate in the sense, it will follow the same number of questions. It will follow the same level of, almost the same level of Bloom's taxonomy. It will give the same type of a complexity, so that even you can have, if your first six questions will be 1 mark question, it will show that type of a question. So it will come exactly from ChatGPT. Now we are going to J. Various ways for students to use ChatGPT. There are interesting things coming in the end. I am going to show you on the last day that 12 ways in which you can create assignments and tests so that students will not be able to use ChatGPT. Now, writing assistance for your students. See, a student has written an essay, or student has written an answer. You can always ask ChatGPT, what recommendation do you have for improving this particular answer, article, or anything? You paste it. So ChatGPT is going to suggest improvement. Even you can tell that what is the level of the student. If he or she is a first year graduation, tell that this student is a first year graduation, so that ChatGPT will give recommendation that is apt or suitable for that first year of the first year graduation student. Now this is foreign language learning and translation. Right? Foreign language learning and translation. See, this is a translate to English. You remember that day before yesterday, I have shown a certain thing. Even you can translate in a controlled way. You can keep certain words in English. So here ChatGPT is actually damaging that foreign language learning industry itself. If a student is with a drive, ChatGPT itself is enough to learn a foreign language. And another usage of ChatGPT is that you can even translate with a different tone. As I was showing you, one of the ChatGPT's ChatGPT's one of the prompt there, even the tone changed from negative to positive. Now let us come to some very interesting thing. There are diverse uses of ChatGPT in education. First thing is creating blog posts. We can tell ChatGPT for the ChatGPT for the ideas for blogs, so that here I am going to show you one example. Provide me with the 10 ideas to blog about using blogs in the classroom. It is blog about you using blogs in the classroom itself. Or I can say blogs in the zoology classroom. I asked to provide me with 10 ideas to blog about using blog in the zoology classroom. So here it has given me 10 points, and these 10 points, this itself is a little creative thing. When you add more and more twist, context, and details to that, it is going to give you more creative thing. And don't forget, as I was telling you, as I was showing you yesterday, there is a setting called temperature in ChatGPT. That is platform.openai.com/playground. There you can go and set something called a temperature. If you are going to use, my request to all the researchers is that if you are going to do something special, put the temperature high. That means you put heat on ChatGPT. When you put heat on ChatGPT, ChatGPT will become very creative. And when you are doing it in the lowest side, means the temperature 0, ChatGPT will be very cold. ChatGPT will give all normal, ordinary, anticipated type of answers. But if you put heat on ChatGPT, that is, if you put the temperature, it is between 0 and 2. When you put it into 2, ChatGPT will be very hot. ChatGPT will put so many creative things. Many of the things even we cannot handle. That type of a thing. So therefore, in this type of situation, if you want to add creativity, please go to ChatGPT in with high temperature, that is 2. See, write a review of a book. Being a teacher, many people will ask you, have you read this? Have you watched that movie? Have you did this? It is not possible to, it is not cool to tell every time, no, 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 no. So it is always because you are dealing with the students. Now there is a movie called Barbie. Now there is another movie which is about the person who designed the atom bomb. I forgot his name. And there are many things like this. So and there are many things happening. So for an articulate teacher, it is always better to have some information to speak something about these things. And so this is ChatGPT is a great help for that. It is not necessary that we have to go and search everywhere. Just to make a note, okay, what are all the buzzwords? What are all the things happening? So that you will be able to tell something contemporary in the class. It is not that we want to fake. It is not like that. It is only to help students, because when we speak about something which is linked to the real life or a link to the day-to-day life, it is easy for anyone to associate themselves with that, and it is going to help the teaching learning process. So here, write a review of a book. I will see. We have shown this earlier in our prompt engineering session, but a review is so simple. Write a 250-word review of the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This even you can twist, for it is based on the audience, based on the context, or you want to get some very specific things about that, so that you can get it. You can get a 250-word word review of that. Now let me go next. Write a play script. Write a play script. See, when some years ago, when I was in Oxford University, I was staying with a professor there in his house, and he has two daughters, and they were school going. And the eldest daughter was telling me that day in school they are going to learn Egyptian history, and they are going to make mummy, physically mummy in the school. And for that purpose, they are using a chicken. So they are going to do the total process of making that mummy there in the class. So she was telling that everyone is going to make their hands dirty, and ultimately they are going to make a mummy. So if we can change, because the times are changing, we are. So there will be. So the learning methods should change because people want excitement everywhere. When there is a stoppage of excitement, they start telling it is boring. So therefore, it is necessary. All means teachers need to become Sakala Kala Vallaphan uh, type of people. Therefore, here it is a very interesting thing. Write a play script. This is good for a management class. Write a play script about a manager of human resources talking to a female employee about showing up to work late. This is the third time. This is the third time being late. They are in the manager's office. Now this is a play script. See, there are two characters. Helen, human resources manager, Sarah, the employee. There's a setting, and what is that? This is interior, and look, and they have a dialogue, and this dialogue is progressing. And till this end of scene. Similarly, this was about human resources management. You put anything. It can be physics, it can be chemistry, it can be economics. We can make a play script. Now this is about creating video scripts. This is about creating video scripts. Now I am going to make a particular script here. Create a video script about using Photoshop in geology class as a student. How a student can learn to use Photoshop software to help in their geology class. It is a script, it is exactly script for a video. When student can take this, student can use student's phone or the computer and free images, something like a Canva, etc. And with for Photoshop, they can do they can create an interesting video and put music into that, and they can show to everybody, uh, upload for everyone to see. Now let us go next. rewrite content for various people, moods, and tones. This is an interesting thing. This is a very interesting thing. You will see the power of ChatGPT. Means rewriting content for various people, moods, and tones. Our first prompt is explain the benefits of electric vehicle. Explain the benefits of electric vehicles to a fifth grader. Explain the benefits of electric vehicles to a yoga trainer. I will show you that one here. How ChatGPT is blending the interest of yoga trainer to uh, electric vehicles. See, environmental benefits. EVs are zero emission vehicles, meaning they don't emit harmful pollutants to their air we breathe. Just as a yoga supports the health of our body, EVs help maintain the health of our planet. Economic benefits. Although the upfront cost of EV might be higher, over time, the cost of electricity for charging an EV can be significantly less than cost of gas. Additionally, this is akin to investing time in yoga to prevent health issues down the line. Similarly, everywhere the benefit of EV, it is blending to yoga. Now I will show you another interesting thing. Explain the benefits of electric vehicles to a stand-up comedian. This is a place ChatGPT will start blending EVs, electric vehicles thing with jokes, with comedy. Now, another interesting thing I will tell you, explain the benefits of electric vehicles to an internal combustion engine designer. You know that internal combustion engine designer is a designer who is going to lose job and they are going to get fired with the EVs, and how ChatGPT is going to speak about that one. Now let us see. Explain the benefits of electric vehicles to an internal combustion engine design engineer. You saw here the reasons ChatGPT told a yoga trainer is not the reason ChatGPT is telling an internal combustion engine design engineer. Means I am telling this as a general example, but this can be used in various ways based on your imagination, your ingenuity. Now we are going next. Drafting complex emails. Drafting complex emails. I will show you one very good example here how we can make ChatGPT to ChatGPT can write easy emails, no problem, but it can write complex emails. I will tell you one thing. This new educational policy. You study 3 years, you get BA. You study 4 years, you get BA honors. But there is a doubt. Many people say that this getting honors degree should not be based on 1 year additionally spent. Person without anything to lose, they will spend one year and they will get a honors degree. And that person will be definitely superior to the person spent 3 years for a graduation. So here we are telling that if anybody is getting honors degree, it should be based on their higher cognitive abilities or higher knowledge. It should not be based on 1 year additionally spent. So here we wrote a prompt. Act as a student leader. Your university is restructuring the graduate program. According to the new plan, students who complete 3 years will get a BA degree. Students who complete 4 years will be eligible for BA honors degree. Write an email. Write an email to the chancellor of the university arguing that honors degree should not be based on the years spent at college. It should be based on the cognitive rigor demonstrated. Request the chancellor to make BA and BA honors as 3 year degrees. With BA honors requires higher cognitive rigor to successfully complete the graduation. Now let us see how how ChatGPT is going to write this complex email. You can read this. So now let me move to the next. I think this we will keep for tomorrow. We have got about 10, 11 minutes now. Anyone has got any clarification, we can always discuss on that. Keeping chat open. See, Dr. Nilesh B. Prajapati sir, how to upload PDF in ChatGPT. And there are few more questions. There are few more questions here about that. See, for uploading PDF on ChatGPT, one thing is that we need to get ChatGPT plugin. For getting ChatGPT plugin, we need to have ChatGPT Plus. So when you go to ChatGPT Plus, when you see ChatGPT 4, there are plugin. There is an area for, there is a plugin store itself. There are most of the plugin there. It is free for you using using a certain extent. There you can upload a PDF and you can start chatting with that PDF. Yeah, yes, yes. Yes, so Sanjay the Darvekar sir specifically said Oppenheimer. Sorry that I forgot that name. Now there is a comment from Anita Madam. Sir, my assertion is that now no one will be creative in writing. Everyone needs to be only creative in writing the prompt. Secondly, what will happen to people who writes and create literature on their own? I want to tell Anita Madam this one. See, there is something called a skill migration. There is something called skill migration. I will tell you, during my childhood, any village you go, there used to be a typewriting institute. Any office you go, there used to be manual typewriting, typewriters, typist, etc. What was their main skill? Their skill set, if you write, one of the skill set was you own that manual Godrej typewriter from ASDF to all these rows. They should be able to use their little finger to thumb. Everywhere it has to go with the same pressure. It has to go with the same pressure because there is a ribbon. This neatness of a typed letter was based on the pressure this particular letter impacts on that ribbon. So if we are using our little finger, if the pressure is less, if we are using thumb or the stronger fingers, the pressure is more. We could have seen the letter. Some of those things automatically bold. Some of those things are very light. So then people used to appreciate such a skill. But when then there is an electronic typewriter, when then there is a word processor, that particular hand pressure skill has gone. It has transformed into something else. Similarly, if you are seeing from Microsoft to DOS to all the changes in the computer language, these skills are coming more with the creativity, critical thinking, and logical thinking. Even to get the good result from Google, one has to really know how to ask Google the question. See, means the search words and how to get it. Similarly, everyone is not going to get the same result and creativity from ChatGPT. I will tell you, as you are using the word assertion, I am going to use the same word assertion. Is that 95% of the people are going to fail on ChatGPT because they do not know how to question the answer. They do not get a creative idea to ask ChatGPT. So 95% of the people are going to fail on ChatGPT, or whatever they take up from ChatGPT will be very visible in the daylight that this is just crap. So that is the place in which creativity never dies, critical thinking never dies. Creativity and critical thinking is going to flourish when they use the right tool like ChatGPT. So I hope I answered Anita Madam's question. Now I will tell you another example also. See, when when cars become popular in India, a Maruti 800, a Sandro was enough, or a small Indica was enough. But later on, even for an ordinary person, such a car is not enough. They want to get a bigger car with more frills and more decoration. Now it is not possible to see a car without a non-metallic painting itself. So it is the same thing happened with our phone. When we had our first phone, we were very happy with we were very happy with owning a phone itself. Then now if I don't have an Apple iPhone 14, I have to hide my phone in the back. That is the situation now. So in the same way, the normal users of ChatGPT will end. The Sada usage, ordinary usage, everybody's usage of ChatGPT will end. Ultimately, what you really made out of ChatGPT type of the tool is going to make you or break you. That is going to be the key thing in this. Now let me see any more questions here. There's a question. For the generated response from ChatGPT, whom we can acknowledge as an author in the research article. Sir, the point what I have been telling again and again is that don't use just one ChatGPT generation and show anybody. Don't just take one generation of ChatGPT and never show it as yours, or you take it as a reference. If you are going to show this, I am going to show you another one here. Please give me a minute. Okay, now there is another question question from Asha madam. When I gave links to research articles to ChatGPT, this is the answer I got. I apologize, but as an AI language model, I don't have direct access to external content such as specific papers or their contents. My training only includes, yes, actually this is the one. I repeated this answer many times. ChatGPT, what you are going to use using 3.5 is a very basic model. If you are doing any serious research, please go for ChatGPT Plus. On ChatGPT Plus, you will get some 200 to 300 times power. It has got such a thinking power, but still, and you will get access to plugins. In plugins, you can use some of the plugin in such a way that what happened this morning can be seen from ChatGPT. Okay. So therefore, therefore, don't take ChatGPT is just in one way. ChatGPT has settings. ChatGPT has got versions. So we have to use it accordingly. Then we have to comment about it. ChatGPT, I have seen that 99.5% of the people are taking that 3.5 version, whatever they see on the screen as ChatGPT. It is not. For a normal person with no big objective in life, that may be fine. But if you are going to do some serious research, and then your objective, it is not that you are going to write an article and get it in one shot, then I don't have any opinion about you. If you are going to get with one shot, you want to get one article, and if you want to take it out and show us your publication, no, it is not going to. I am showing here another thing. Please see this screen. This I have shown you that particular day. Even for a research, it is to be seen like this. You must apply intellectual standards. Clarity, accuracy, relevance, logicalness, breadth, depth, precision, significance, completeness, fairness. These intellectual standards you have to apply to the elements of reasoning. That is purpose, questions, information, concepts, point of view, inferences, assumptions, implication. These elements of reasoning you have to develop intellectual traits, and that should be the high impact research. You must apply ChatGPT at this level. In clarity in research through ChatGPT. So when you use ChatGPT at this level, you are going to take your research to another level. This we are going to take another session, another program for AI application for high impact research soon. So my request is that because it is not possible to cover everything in this, and this is beyond our pedagogical excellence and prompt engineering. I am only showing you this here. This for high impact research, we have to use ChatGPT at this level. Then you will see the magic. There's a question from Neeraj Kumar sir. Which application have you used to develop the current presentation? Sir, we use an application called uh, Articulate Storyline. Articulate Storyline. Fawd Abdul Hamid sir, in rupees it will come something around 1,700 rupees per month. But I will tell you, it is worth, and my suggestion is that please at least your department can have one, or institution can have one, or a group of researchers can have one. And please buy one tab. You go to your classroom with that tab. Let ChatGPT be on that tab, so that you are going to take your class to a different level. Yes, Anita madam correctly said, what to ask is going to be the rule. Yes, it is GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. And the quality of the question determines the quality of the answer. Now there is a question from Abhijit Shah sir. How to upload a number of PDFs to ChatGPT? If one short demo can be shared, that would be. Sir, it is very easy. Actually, I am running out of time. Since you have got this doubt, you can call me separately also. You please go to this one. There are two ways. One, you can take a plus version, and there are some ChatGPT plus. No, Chat PDF itself is there. There you can upload, and you go to ChatGPT. There are 200 to 300 AI tools are there. There you can upload PDF. Any more question? Any more questions? Okay, then we will call it a day, and we will meet again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Anjali madam's question, how safe is to create question use ChatGPT? It is very safe. It is use your prompt. Don't take somebody else's prompt.
Thank you, sir. So for the now we have Dr. Della Teresa Davis, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, IKC core team member of St. Joseph College, Autonomous, Irinyalikura, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm indeed happy to propose the official vote of thanks for today's session of the 7-day national level FDP on ChatGPT and AI tools for educators. We are immensely grateful to our resource person, Dr. Suresh Nambudiri, for today's enriching session on ChatGPT and its various multidimensional applications in the field of education. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge and experience with us. Now, let me thank the officials of Kerala State Higher Education Council and St. Joseph's College Autonomous Irinalakuda for organizing this FDP. I would like to extend my gratitude to all the participants for their active involvement in today's session. Once again, thanking you all, I conclude.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. So let's call it a day. We'll meet in tomorrow's session. Thank you all.